welcome back. So before we even get too deep into the video, I do want to thank you guys for 181 subscribers. I'm super grateful, especially being that when I started posting again consistently on my channel, I was at 129. So to be at 181 within less than 30 days, it means more than the world to me. So thank you so much. Okay. And as you can see from the title of this video, you already know what we're going to touch on, because I'm so sick and tired of people talking about this topic and sounding so ignorant on it. And not saying that I am the most educated on this topic, but I am going to speak on my personal experience being a very spiritual person. So I can't wait to talk about it, because yeah. But before we get into this video, you already know that we have to say our affirmations. And today's affirmation will be, I trust my body's responses and sensations. And that is a perfect affirmation, because I think a lot of times we don't trust ourselves. And when I say we, I mean including myself. Not saying that I don't fully trust myself now. I definitely have grown an extremely great bond with myself and my body, but it's still something that I am learning currently. And I know the signs of what it looks like when someone just doesn't trust themselves. They don't trust their body. They don't trust their intuition. They don't trust their thoughts, which can stem from a lot of things. So it's not only important to, respect the responses and sensation of your body, but you also want to trust them, right? Because your body knows more than you think it does. And your body can tell you when you're in a negative situation, when you're nervous, when you need to get out of a relationship, when you need to move forward with something, when an environment doesn't suit you, when you are around certain people that just doesn't fit right with your spirit. Your body can communicate so much to you if you just listen to it. And I feel like a lot of times we hear our body and we definitely feel it, and we might, have a feeling what something could be, like, oh, like maybe I'm getting sick when I always go to this place because, it's no good for me. But you would question it 1,000 times, like maybe I'm tripping, maybe I'm bugging, maybe I'm overthinking it, when you don't really trust your body. When you trust your body and your body sends you signals, girl, you listen, okay? Because your body just wants nothing but good for you. Your body is there to protect your spirit. So just keep that in mind, okay? So let's say the affirmation one more time. I trust my body's responses and sensations. Now let's get into it. So what does this talk about? Soul ties not being real. And this is my thing, right? I understand if some people don't understand or believe in spirituality, or if they don't understand or believe in God, and they just feel we are human forms, and we're just physical forms. There's nothing else. There's nothing else besides us just being physical beings. Then granted, whatever, cool. I can't argue with you on your beliefs. I'm not here to make anyone believe in anything that they don't believe in. Whatever. But for people to have comments, like I see Twitter posts, I wish I could insert them or find them, but I'm not going through the hassle of looking for those posts. But I hate to see, people, speaking on their experiences spiritually when it comes to soul ties, and you have women in the comments or men in the comments like, oh, that's just emotional trauma, or oh, that's just having strong feelings for someone, or oh, just saying all these things that is basically trying to diminish the person's experience of whatever they are experiencing. When at the end of the day, just because you haven't experienced anything on the spiritual side does not mean that it's not a real thing. Okay? Just because you haven't been somewhere before, you haven't seen it before, doesn't mean that it's not real. You understand? Like, just imagine, like, even with the earth itself, right? What, only 5% of water is discovered outside of the entire earth. Like, just imagine how much more there is to see in life, how much more there is to experience. At whatever age you are, you think that you've seen it all. Be for real with me right now. Like, seriously, you think at wherever age that you are, you think you've seen it all, you did it all, you done met all types of people, you think you experienced it, you think you experienced everything. It just doesn't make sense to me. Even if you're a person who've traveled a lot, met a lot of people, and are very social, and been through many different things in life, you still haven't experienced it all. No one is ever going to experience it all, because there is so much for you to experience. You can always experience something new, right? So I just hate to see the fact that people are trying to downplay soul ties and be like, oh, that's not a soul tie, that's this or that's that, and that's this or that's that. And it's like, who are you to tell what someone else's experience is? Who are you? You understand? You are, and we're just physical beings. You're no one to say anything. You have no credibility to say anything about someone else's experience. Simple as that. So I'm going to say what I believe soul ties are. And I'm going to tell you why I believe that based off my personal experience. And I want you to get in the comments and tell me that my personal experience was something else. We're going to have a problem. Okay? For one, I believe soul ties are, it's very complex. You just can't say it's one thing. I definitely feel soul ties can be with multiple people, of course, and it just doesn't have to be with someone that you have slept with. You can have a soul tie with a friend. You can have a soul tie with a family member, anyone that you feel you have a deep connection with, that maybe you guys feel like you've known each other in the past life. Maybe you guys feel like, you can hear each other's thoughts, or you can finish each other's sentences, or you guys are connected in a much deeper way that you can't explain. I feel like that is definitely some sort of a soul tie, right? Now, personally, what they were talking about on Twitter was about when it comes to sexual partners, right? And I feel like, you can already have soul ties. You can have soul ties with people just on a basic level, but it definitely gets deeper if you are sleeping with the person, right? Because even from my experience, right, when you have a soul tie with a sexual partner, it's like you can hear them and feel them from miles away. You can feel when they miss you. You can feel when they're thinking about you. You can feel when they're stalking you, or when they're manifesting you, if you know what that is, if you get what I mean. When they're manifesting you. And not in a way of like having candles around in a circle and literally have your picture in the middle. And there is many different ways to manifest a person. And a lot of the times it is sexually. But you can just feel someone tugging on your energy, right? And so I feel like that's when deeper soul ties come into play, when you don't even speak to a person for months and you can feel them still tugging at your energy, dreaming about you having dreams about them, them coming to speak to you in your dreams and give you certain signs and synchronicities. It's a tongue twister. But that's what I definitely feel soul ties are and how they come into play. And even when it comes to friends, like I feel like when it comes to like partners that you are not sexual with, like friends or family, I hope not. Please, okay? It's more so of I feel like I've met you before, in a past life, or you may speak to a person, and if they are spiritual as well, they might see certain signs or messages and feel like it's for you. When it comes to spirituality and anything that is beyond the eyes, it's all about energy, frequencies, and how you are feeling. It's all about your intuition and your mind, and what are you thinking, and like I said, just like how you are feeling so naturally, and you don't understand where it's coming from. That's when the spiritual side of things really step in. And yeah, that's all I basically really had to say. I didn't really have much to say because I don't want to really even get too personal into my own life when it comes to these things. because like I said, I am very spiritual and I've had many different spiritual experiences. But yeah, I just really want to set the record straight that it's, let me not say it's not okay, but it's very disheartening to try to diminish someone else's experience or try to make it seem like they're crazy, or you know, you're this and you're that and it's just feelings or whatever. And it's like, if you don't believe in spirituality, like I said, then cool, that's on you. But everyone does not experience what you experience in life. Okay, some people experience more and some people experience less. Okay, and you cannot define someone else's experience based off your experience or based off you not having enough experience. It's very unfair and it's very unrealistic. Okay, also, I feel like soul ties, especially when it comes to partners, is definitely in a sense of your soul tugging at someone or tugging for someone before you even get into bed with them, before you guys even go on a date, before you guys even know each other, right? It's this feeling that you feel that you just can't explain it. Okay, and that kind of comes into like soul ties / soulmates, someone that you have known in the past, like that had taught you lessons, and maybe they are here to teach you lessons in this life as well. Okay, it's very complex. It's not something that is like so black and white and easy to understand. It's definitely something of more of an experience, more than textbook, you know, because you know, spirituality, it could be 5 different people in the room that, you know, are spiritual, and they can all have 5 different spiritual experiences, like I said. But yeah, I just want to throw that in there that you know, like even with like soulmates and soul ties, it's really about, you know, just that feeling that you feel for someone or about someone that you really can't explain. And it really comes from deep within your soul. And 9 times out of 10, it's because that person is either to teach you something, to help you grow. It's 10 times out of 10, usually. When you feel that feeling for someone or something that is just tugging at you and you can't explain what it is, they're usually here to teach you something that maybe you missed in your past life, or maybe you've accomplished in your past life and you're here to do it again in this life. It could be 1,000,001 different things. Okay, but yes, I hope that was pretty simple. I feel like that was kind of all over the place, but I just really wanted to get the message out there that, you know, it's not okay to try to diminish other people's experiences, because it's not. Okay, I love you guys. Stay safe. Thanks again for the 181 subscribers, and I see you next time. Bye.